Good morning. Last class we discussed about the force voltage analogy, that is also called as loop analysis, and today we discuss about the force current analogy. Means that the equivalent mechanical system with the electrical network. So force and current analogy. So where the force is analogous to the current, So in this case, node analysis, or we can call it as RLC parallel. So it means that all the three elements, where resistor and the inductor and the capacitor, all the three are connected in parallel, so that we can apply the nodal analysis. So here, if you look at, there is a one node which is all this resistor, and then we can say inductor, or we can say in any order, of course, any order. So inductor, then we can say capacitor. So all these three are connected in parallel. So now I am applying a current to this. So this is the current I is given to this circuit. Now when I say this I is going to this current, and this is the node voltage, this is called as a node voltage, and this is a resistance, and this is a inductance, and this is a capacitance. So when you look at this, we can say the current will be split at this particular node, means entering at this node equal to the sum of the leaving nodes. That is according to the Kirchhoff current law. So we can say this is IR, and the current passing through the resistor, and current passing through the inductor, and the current passing through the capacitor. So we are going to find out, of course, and at this particular point, the same current will be come out. So here the I. Okay. So when you look at this, we can say the resistor and these are all three components of the electrical system are connected parallel to the system. So that's why it is called RLC parallel or nodal analysis. And we are going to apply the Kirchhoff current law into this equation. So I can write as I is equal to IL or IL or IR, whatever it is, IR plus IC. Okay, so then I can go for calculating the current at the this particular individual components. Now node voltage, we can say the node voltage, we know that based on that equation I can write I is equal to, so the current through inductance, because we know that voltage V is equal to L into di by dt. So from this if I take it integral, applying the integral on both sides, I can get integral of V dt, integral of V dt will become and 1 by L will come. So if I apply this integral on both sides, integral of V dt is equal to L is the constant, so integral of d by dt I. So integral and d by dt will be cancelled. So I is equal to integral of V dt, and this L into I is there. So 1 by L into this will become the current equation. So here I want to find out the current equation in this case. So IL is going to be calculated by using this equation. So IL, I write separately first, then I'll go substitute in the equation. So IL is equal to 1 by L integral of V into dt. Similarly, I can find out IR. IR is equal to, what is that? Because the current through resistor is equal to V is equal to IR, we know. So then we can calculate V by R. So V by R. Similarly, for capacitor, so in the capacitor voltage is equal to, we know that voltage is equal to 1 by C integral of pi of t dt. So we know the voltage equation. So from this voltage equation, you apply the differentiation on both sides. To dV by dt. So 1 by C d by dt of integral of pi of t dt. So d by dt and integral will be cancelled out. So I'll be getting I is equal to C into dV by dt. So this IC equation I'll write here. IC is equal to C into dV by dt. So from this equation, I can find that all the currents which is passing through these three elements, Now I can write the total current in the circuit, which can be written as 1 by L integral of V dt plus V by R plus C into dV by dt. Now applying the Laplace transformation on both sides. Of course, I in the sense here I of t. So apply the Laplace transformation. Apply the Laplace transformation on both sides. On both sides, what I'm going to get here? So IL of I of t. Then here this L is different, this L is different, okay? Laplace transform, I can write Laplace transformation of 1 by L integral of V dt plus Laplace transform of V by R plus Laplace transformation of C into dV by dt. So by using this equation, what I can write is so Laplace transformation of f of t, we know that it is a f of s. So I'll write as I of s. Then here 1 by L is constant. So Laplace transformation of integral of V of t. So integral of f of t dt is equal to, we know that f of s by s by neglecting the initial condition. So V of s divided by s. Then similarly here 1 by R is the constant, and then L of V of t is equal to V of s, then plus here C is the constant, then L of d by dt of V is equal to we have known that equation with including the initial conditions s into V of s, because d power n by d to the power of n of f of t is equal to s to the power of n into f of s, s to the power of n into f of s. So this generic formula, if I apply the first derivative, because s is equal to, n is equal to 1 here, so s into f of s. What is the f of s here? Voltage. So V of s I'm going to get. So this is if I want to equate with a mechanical system, so which is mechanical system, I have f of s is equal to m into s square plus b into s, of course m into s square x of s plus b into s x of s plus k into x of s. So this is the actual mechanical system. So if you look at this, there is no s square term here, Similarly, what we done for the force voltage analysis, in the case of current, we have replaced with the flow of charge. Similarly, in this case, we are going to get, voltage is replaced, because this voltage is replaced. This voltage is replaced with the flux. So voltage is replaced with the flux. So what is the relation between the voltage and the flux is, we have a relation that V of t is equal to d pi by dt. So this pi is called as flux. So here this voltage is written in terms of flux, that is d pi by dt. So then if I write this Laplace transformation, apply the Laplace transform on both sides. So s into pi of s. So Laplace transformation of d by dt of pi is equal to s into pi of s. So now looking at this above current equation, by looking at the above current equation, so this equation, so substitute this value in this equation. that V of S value should be substituted in this equation. So now I write the now I write the I of S equation. So I of S is equal to 1 by S into L, 1 by S into L into V of S is equal to S into pi of S plus 1 by R into S into I of S plus C S into pi of S. S into pi of S. So now if you rewrite the terms, if you look at this, SS will be cancelled out. Okay, SS will be cancelled out, and remaining equation I can write as, see, by taking into this as the first term, because it is in the S square form. So I'll write as I of S is equal to C into S square. Okay, C into S square pi of S, C into S square pi of S, then plus S term. So here is the S term is there. So I can write 1 by R into S into pi of S plus, then these two will be cancelled. So I'll be getting 1 by L into pi of S. So now I have known this F of S equation. I have known this F of S equation, which is equal to M into S square into X of S plus B into S into X of S plus K into, what is that, X of S. So now you just compare these terms, So if you look at here, this MS square is having, by comparing these two equations, okay, right, by comparing these two equations. So here C and M, so S square, so comparing the S square coefficients, so pi of S, X of S, 1 by R and B. So now if you look at the analogous terms, this analogous in the force current analogy, equivalent terms, now I can write, see, what are the translation system we have. In the translation system, and now this is electrical system. So we can say electrical, in the electrical system, what is the equivalent analogy in this case? So we know that force is, so if you look at on the left hand side, force is equivalent to the current. So force is equivalent to the current. Then look at this, compare these two equations. Then we can say it is a mass is equivalent to the capacitance, Then what about the friction? That is B, friction, coefficient of friction. We can say friction or coefficient of friction, that is okay, M, and this is say F, and this is say I, this is say C, and friction coefficient, that is B. So what is the equivalent term in this case? In the force current analogy, it is reciprocal of resistance. So what does it mean? It is 1 by R. So B is equivalent to the 1 by R. In the electrical system. So this mechanical system equivalent to the electrical system. That is what you can say analogous systems. Next, spring constant. We can say spring constant. That is K. If you look at it, is the reciprocal of inductance. So that is nothing but 1 by L. So I write, So now, if you look at the displacement here, x of s, that is displacement in the electrical terminology, it is, so this is x of s or x of t, you can write. Then this is the flux. This is a flux which is represented as phi of s. Then we know that velocity and all those will be knowing that analogous is voltage. In this case, velocity is nothing but what? dx by dt. So similarly, d power by dt is nothing but voltage, which we have written the equation. So it will become voltage in the case of velocity. So that is how we can write the translation system, with the equivalent of mechanical system. So now these elements which are studied, the FEV analogy, now it is this is about the FI analogy. This is about the FI analysis. This is about the FI analysis. Means the force is equivalent to current, then force is equivalent to voltage in the FE analogy. So there we use the Kirchhoff voltage law. Here I use the Kirchhoff current law. So both are different. So Kirchhoff voltage law and Kirchhoff current law I am using for these both kind of analogies. Now we'll use this what you call a sequence of steps, how we can convert the equivalent mechanical system into a electrical analogous systems using the FE analogy as well as FI analogy. So how it can be converted. So now we'll go to the problems. Before solving these problems, we'll discuss about the steps. So what are the steps involved in this? What are the steps involved in this? So first and foremost is very important is identify the displacement, because we need to write the first equivalent of mechanical system, that is identify the displacement. Identify the displacements. That is the first and foremost, which you have discussed about in writing the equivalent mechanical systems. We need to identify what are the force, what are the display after applying the force, what are the displacement nodes which you need to identify. Displacement nodes which you need to identify. So that we need to first and foremost thing which you need to find out. Okay. What is the second step on this case? What is the second step? Sorry. Yeah. So what is the second step here? This is the step one. Say identify the displacement due to the applied force, of course. Okay. Next, second one is draw the equivalent mechanical system. We need to draw the equivalent mechanical system. That is what we discussed. How to write the equivalent mechanical system. Draw the equivalent mechanical system using node analysis based on the node basis. That is what we have studied, the displacements based on node basis, Okay, so this is what we discussed in the last class, that is equivalent mechanical system, identifying the displacement, and each displacement has been denoted as a node, and then under the node what are the elements which are under the influence of the displacement. Okay, so that is what we need to draw in the second step. So once you, of course, the elements which are having the same displacement will be get connected parallel in that are all steps which you discussed in the last class. So now write the third one is very important, is write the equilibrium equations. Write the So write the, very important this one, write the equilibrium equations. Equilibrium equations. We'll discuss what is meant by equilibrium equations here. Equilibrium equations. Write the equilibrium equations. Next, After writing this, I mean, so each node we need to write each node this equilibrium equations, means that is nothing but, so which are at this particular node, say what are the force acting at this particular node and what is the force acting at the after leaving this node. So these are algebraic sum we need to find out. Then fourth one is suppose if we are finding by using the FV analogy, if I am using the FV analogy, so we need to find out the replacement of this equilibrium equation, because this equilibrium equation will be written in terms of mechanical elements. So these equilibrium equations which you have written will be written in the form of mechanical elements. So if it is FE analogy, replace the mechanical elements, I can say mechanical elements, and rewrite the equation. Means, say if there is F, so what is the equivalent term which you are going to replace? That is voltage. So that is what I am telling here. So if there is a force, just replace with the voltage. Similarly, if you have a mass in the mechanical equation, you have to replace with the inductance, and if you have a friction coefficient, then it has to be replaced with the resistance. If you have a x, that is displacement, we have to replace with, that is rate of flow, that is Q of S. Okay, and if you have, that is what you call spring constant, then we need to replace with the 1 by C. And one more, if you have this which is x velocity. Velocity is nothing but, that is velocity, x dot means dx by dt, velocity. So I write as velocity only. So here velocity is replaced with current. Velocity replaced with the current, because dx by dt, so it is nothing but dq by dt. Dq by dt is nothing but I. So velocity is replaced with the I, current. So this is what the replacement which need to be done in the case of FV analogy. In the case of FV analogy, so this replacements to be taken place. This replacement should be taken place in the mechanical equation which you have written in the third step. So this is the third step you have written. Write the equilibrium equations. Write the equilibrium equations at each node. So that has to be replaced. That has to be replaced with these elements. In the case of FV analogy. So now coming to the next step. Suppose if you want to use the what you call FI analogy. So if I want to use the FI analogy, in this case we need to simulate the equations using the loop method. So here we need to write the equations or simulate the equation. Write the equations using loop method. So after using this loop method, that is number of displacement equal to the number of loop currents. Here number of displacement is equal to number of currents in the equation. Next, so this is about if I want to write the FI analogy. Next, fifth step is in FI analogy. So so in FI analogy, so in FI analogy, same, we need to replace the elements which you have studied just now. Replace the elements, replacement of mechanical elements with the electrical elements. So here in this case, force is replaced with the I, because we know that it is a force current analogy. So force is replaced with the I. Then mass is replaced with the capacitance. Mass is replaced with the capacitance, and friction is replaced with the reciprocal of resistance. Reciprocal of resistance, and the displacement. If you look at the displacement, x is replaced with, that is flux in the case of force current analogy, and spring constant k is replaced with, we know that 1 by L, 1 by L, and finally this velocity is replaced with voltage. Okay, so this is how in the force current analogy, these are the terms which you need to replace. That's how we studied how we can replace with, if I want to write FE analogy, so what and all terms will be replaced with what parameter, either it is a voltage or inductance or resistance or a rate of flow, whatever it is. So we need to know what kind of replacements will be happen in this case. Now number of displacement in this case no equal to the number of node voltages. So based on that we can write the equation. Based on that, last step is, so this is for up to this is for up to this, fourth and fifth is for only FI analysis. So 1, 2, 3 is applicable for this also. 1, 2, 3 steps is also applicable for this also. Which one? This even see, this is one more. This is one more. I can write as this is one more. Okay, this is one more. Yeah, this is one more. So from this is one more method, that is, this is about, it talks about only FV analogy. This 4 and 5 it talks about the FV analogy, and similarly 6 and 7 will talks about the FI analogy. So 1, 2, 3 steps are similar to the both analysis. For both analysis it is similar, 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay, so now we seventh step. So here the seventh step is simulate the equations. Simulate the equations using node basis. Using node basis means here the number of displacements. Here a number of displacements is equal to number of node voltages. Number of node voltages. So based on that we are going to write. So of course this is the steps which are involved in writing the equations. So now we'll take one simple example. We take one simple example how to do this force voltage analogy and force current analogy with the electrical networks. Okay, right. So now one problem will be taken, say for the physical system. Okay, so question. So for the physical system, which is shown in figure, which is a mechanical system, I have shown for the physical system. Draw its equivalent system. And write equilibrium equations, and hence draw the electrical analogous circuits. Based on first one is say force voltage analogy, then second one say force current analogy, right? So in this, the figure first we need to draw, right? So what figure is given is a simple mechanical system which has a spring over here, and then there is a mass, and I have applied a force in this direction, and there is a displacement place in this direction, that is x of t. Okay, that is x of t. So this is a k, and of course there is a damper provided here. Okay, so now when I say here, first and foremost thing is we need to write the equilibrium equation. Equilibrium equation, because how many displacements are there? Only one displacement is there. So one displacement is there in this case. So we need to write the equation. Equilibrium equation. Equilibrium equation. So the equivalent system, if you want, because there is only one displacement here. Only, that is one node I have to represent. One node I have to represent. Under this node, these three elements are undergoes the same displacement. K is undergoes the same displacement. M is also undergoes the same displacement. So these three are connected parallel to each other. That is M. Then that is, we can say like this. Then B, of course, damper, and of course the spring. You can write spring. So these are three connected parallel to each other under the same node x of t, because only single node, and under this displacement causes for these three elements. These three are under the influence of this displacement. So what is the input for this? Input is nothing but it is a force is applied to this system. The force is applied to this system. So this is the input node. So here, if you look at this, when I want to write the equilibrium equation at this particular node, so what are the forces acting before this node is input? We can say this is called as the output. So input and output. So write down the equations for this. I can write f of t is equal to m into, because of this force applied, this displacement causes with the which causes motion for this linear motion with the acceleration a, So I can write f of t is equal to m into a plus b into, it causes the velocity v, plus this k spring displacement of x. Okay, x of t I can write as x of t. Okay, right now I can write m into t square by dt square of x of t plus b into d by dt of x of t plus k into x of t, so f of t. So this is what we can say the equilibrium means. The force, input force applied is equal to the output, which are it is undergoes with the three elements. So this is after this it will goes to the three elements. So input force is equal to, applied force is equal to, so this causes the motion in these three elements, or displacement in causes in this element. So all these three should be written as this is what you can call it as equilibrium equations. This is what you can call it as equilibrium equation. What does it mean in the sense we are finding the algebraic sum. Algebraic sum of all this equal to the at this particular node. Algebraic sum of the forces at this particular node is equal to 0. Means this one will be taken as f of t, and then this will be taken as minus and all those. If you take this equation to this side, and then it will become as like this. Okay. So now once you write the equivalent system, then we need to convert this into a Laplace transformation. So write down the Laplace transformation of applying Laplace transformation on both sides. I'll write as f of s is equal to m into, so I'm writing directly ms square into x of s. So b into s into x of s plus k into x of s. So this is the one we can say in the Laplace domain, right? So here I'll take it as x of s is common. So I'll take it as m into s square plus b into s plus k into x of s. Okay. So now if I take the first force voltage method, first I take the force voltage method. So you need to know what and all the replacements to be. So this is the equilibrium equation for this particular given physical system. So we have to replace, that is f of s m into s square plus b into s plus k into x of s. We need to replace the terms here. So first and foremost, we'll take the force voltage analogy. So force voltage analogy. In the question he has given, first one is uh, force voltage analogy. Force voltage analogy. So I'll take first this. Now in this force voltage analysis, we know that force is replaced with what? Voltage, and mass is replaced with what? So we know that mass is replaced with L, that is inductance, and we know B is replaced with resistance R, and K is replaced with 1 by C, and X is replaced with, that is displacement is replaced with rate of flow, and velocity is replaced with, that is x dot. I can write as x dot dx by dt. So x dot is nothing but dx by dt. Okay, dx by dt, first derivative. So x dot is replaced with y, current. So by looking at this, so I'll rewrite this equation. I rewrite this equation. Here. Okay. So substitute that V of s, forces is V of s, and m is replaced with what? M is replaced with L. Then I'll get s square. Okay, ls square plus b is replaced with r. So s into r into s. I can write as r into s. Then plus k is replaced with what? 1 by c. K is replaced with constant 1 by c. So in the case of x of s is replaced with what? Q of s. So this is the equation I just replaced with all these elements. So once you replace this, because we need to write, if I want to write the electrical network, equivalent electrical network, it has to be represented in the I. So we know that Q of S is equal to I of S by S. I of S by S. We know that I is equal to dq by dt. I is equal to dq by dt. So if I apply the Laplace transformation on both sides, I of s is equal to s into q of s. So from this, q of s is equal to I of s by s. So that is what I have written here directly. So q of s is equal to I of s by s. Q of s is equal to I of s by s. So in this, I replace this wherever q of s is there. I write as L into s square plus r into s plus 1 by c. Here I have I of s by s. Now this equation will be written as rewrite as V of s is equal to this s will goes inside, so this s square by s will become L into s. So I can write as L into s plus 1 by s into c, because this 1 by c into c plus r, because s and s will be cancelled out, then I'll get as I of s. So this is which is written as in the Laplace. If I apply the inverse Laplace transformation, we can write, say for example, L into s into I of s. So I write s into I of s plus 1 by c, okay, I of s by s plus r into I of s. Now, so if I apply the inverse Laplace transformation for this equation, so I just multiplied the I of s inside this equation. So if I apply the L inverse, Laplace transformation, then I can get L inverse of V of S is equal to L inverse of L into S into I of S, then plus 1 by C, of course, L inverse of I of S by S, then plus R into L inverse of I of S. Inverse Laplace transform in sense we are converting this frequency domain into time domain. So it is nothing but V of t. So here L into di by dt plus 1 by C into integral of I of t dt, then plus R into I of t dt, I of t. So this is nothing but we are going to write this voltage. This is a voltage equation. So when I write the voltage equation, I have to use the, this is loop analysis I have to use to write this in the form of electrical network, in the form of electrical network. So if you look at here, if I want to write what is the input voltage, I write the loop method. Loop method means current is flowing, I of t is the current flowing in the loop, in a loop. So these are the two terminals, and as these voltages are adding, so it is nothing but it is all three elements are connected in series. The voltages are adding here. This is the voltage through inductance, this is voltage through capacitance, and this is voltage through resistance. How to measure? So here I am applying the input voltage to the electrical network, and first one is inductance, then we can write the capacitance, then we can write the resistance, which is connected like this three. So this is how we can represent. This is LCR or RLC, whatever it is. So this is the, we can say, equivalent electrical system for the given. This is the equivalent electrical system. This is equivalent electrical system for the given physical system. What is the physical system? So if you have looked at the, in the beginning of the problem, I have given one spring and then one mass which is applied with a force, and then there is a causes in the displacement. So that physical system is represented equivalent electrical system using the force voltage analogy like this. Okay, so here each element, this represents the inductance, this represents the capacitance, capacitor, and this represents the resistor. So that is why, because the voltages are added, so we can use the loop analysis. Where the voltages are added. So the voltage through inductance, the voltage through capacitor, voltage through resistor will be added, and then we write this equation. This is Vi of S. Of course, this is Vi of S. Okay, so that voltage will be written. I mean, this electrical network is written based on this voltage equation. So this is what we can call it as equivalent electrical system, or analogous to the mechanical system given. Okay, by using FE analogy. Similarly, we can calculate the FI analogy. Okay, 9:23. I stopped today. Anyhow, it takes time to discuss the FI analogy. One minute. Don't go.